Hi, my name is Connie White, and I'm a real estate broker affiliated with RE/MAX Realty Advisors. This interview is a continuation of interviews entitled Tapping into Our Local Talent. I have the privilege and the honor to interview experts in a number of fields in our area, our local talent. Today I welcome Chris Jordan, who is the broker and president of Professional Insurance and Risk Brokerage.
Hi, Connie. How are you?
I'm great, Chris. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Tell me a little bit about your background, your company, how long you've been there, and how it evolved.
The name of my company is Professional Insurance and Risk Brokerage, and I started it 14 years ago, this May. Out of college, I worked for a regional brokerage firm that was turning and burning clients and turning and burning underwriters. Property and casualty insurance specifically is workers' comp, general liability, commercial auto, property insurance. And in negotiating, I found that these insurance companies were not really liking this insurance brokerage firm that they were working with, and I realized that I was going down with my reputation with this business, and it was time for me to market myself out to other firms. I started marketing myself out to other nationally recognized firms, Marsh, Aon, at the time a company called Cedric James, and they all gave me jobs and opportunities. And I realized at that point that this was a great time for me, instead of working for another large firm, and I had the confidence to go off on my own. And I did that, and it was a long time ago, and I'm glad I did this day.
Tell me, what does did you say turning and burning? What does that mean?
Yeah, they were jamming insurance down each other's throat and really causing havoc in the marketplace. They were asking underwriters to do things that they weren't comfortable with, and asking clients that they weren't comfortable with. And I just didn't want to be involved in an organization that did that type of stuff or performed that way. So when I started my firm, I used my mission statement, and my firm beliefs of the insurance industry was to represent the client and be professional with the insurance company at the same time. Where I don't represent the insurance company and I feel 100% certain that the client's needs come first, what I do for my clients is I review their insurance, I find inadequacies in their program, and I write their insurance properly, and I usually do it, and typically for a lot less money.
Tell me about your clients, describe them to me, if you will, and how you obtain them, and how they reach out to you and find you.
My client base, I have roughly 800 clients, and each client has about 4 or 5 different insurance policies, whether it be workers' compensation, commercial auto, general liability. My forte or my expertise is professional liability, which is also known as errors and omissions, and the layman's word is malpractice. So my typical client is a law firm, CPA firm, other real estate brokers, mortgage brokers, computer consultants and computer designers, architects and engineers. My other specialty is also pollution liability or environmental liability. So architects and engineers with environmental liability exposure, and contractors with environmental liability exposure. And my final expertise is directors and officers. That's for publicly traded companies, privately held companies, and nonprofit companies. So my clients typically reach me through referrals. Every once in a while I reach out to them, reach out to new clients. But the best way to get a hold of me is my phone number, which is 781-826-7475, or my email, which is P for professional, I for insurance, R for risk, B for brokerage, at msn.com. It's PIRB at msn.com.
Okay, excellent. Tell me a little bit about how are you different from any other. You're the only person I know who is unique in this kind of a field. Are there others that you compete with, and how are you different from them?
There's nobody that handles insurance the way I and my firm do. In specific, insurance agencies and brokerage firms in this country are designed like this. Insurance companies give agencies commission. The commission is typically 20% for a premium, for the premium that was sent to that insurance company. At the end of the year, that insurance company looks at all the premium that that agency or brokerage firm sent them, and they give them what's called a contingency check or a bonus check. and that bonus check is based on the loss ratio of all those premium of all those clients that they sent over to them. So that agency or the owner or board of directors of that agency or brokerage firm is motivated by loss runs or contingency checks, bonus checks. That's the reason why they drive the nicest cars. That's the reason why they have the nicest homes. So what happens is the owner and board of directors of these firms do not tell their own employees how to help their clients manage claims. Instead, they want their employees not to help the clients with claims. So when it comes time for a claim, the employee who's in charge of taking a claim at an agency blindly puts the claim into the insurance company, and as we all know, insurance companies are state-of-the-art at denying claims. What I do that's different is I review my client's situation, we discuss it intricately, and then we word the claim properly to make the policy respond. My goal is, if my clients have a problem, to make sure that the policy responds.
So if I understand you correctly, you are a very unique business. And what I also see is that you stepped out of the box and you became creative, saw a need out there that no one else was providing, and you created that, satisfied that need. Am I correct on that?
Absolutely. Unfortunately for me, I work for a lot less. I only receive 10 points, what the industry calls commission. I do not have a contract with any insurance company. I am allowed to work with all insurance companies, and all insurance companies work with me because I work with them professionally. And I ask them to put different coverages in that they typically would not do for their contract agents, and I design policies to fit my clients' needs.
Tell me, if you will, share an experience or a situation where you felt that you really impacted the client, really helped them out in a way that they would not have expected when they hired you.
Several come to mind, but to make it brief, I recently had a client that was a trucking company, and when I got them 4 years ago, I was able to reduce their workers' compensation by about 40%, putting them on to a payroll program that does direct withdrawal for workers' compensation through payroll, which alleviates and makes more time efficient for their admin in their office, because they do not have to deal with annual audits. I also followed up with a personal risk management survey, which I went in and developed a program for this client to make sure that its employees would not have hurt backs, slip and falls, cut off fingers. This particular risk had those types of exposures. And in 4 years, their losses went down, which ended up reducing their premium another 30% just this last year.
How exciting. That's really
Exciting.
great. No, that really is. That's good. Is there anything else that you'd like the audience to know about you and your practice?
Nope. Well, of course, that I'm always looking for new clients. Always happy to discuss a business's exposures. And if I feel that they're being taken care of, I would certainly let them know right off the bat. But if I felt that I can improve the program, I would certainly ask for the opportunity.
Okay, excellent. Chris, repeat your name, the name of your company, and how people can reach you, please.
Sure. Yep. Chris Jordan, Professional Insurance and Risk Brokerage. My phone number is 781-826-7475, and my email is pirb@msn.com.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you, sir. What a pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
Connie.
you very
Thank you for
much.
having me.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep.